Good evening. Good evening, hi. Hope you can still all see me. Start sitting down today, so you might just need a block or like a textbook or something. You probably won't need it for very long. Maybe just sit on for the first few minutes while we do some pranayama. So hopefully everybody's feeling all right today. It's Wednesday. I'd normally have just finished teaching a gentle flow class at Tessa Clemson Yoga right about now, getting ready to teach a beginner's class as well. Really missing it. Really missing teaching you guys in real life. I probably say this every time I do a live video, but it's just really weird just teaching to a screen and not being able to see you all, not being able to offer you any kind of adjustments should you need them, not being able to answer your questions, not being able to just see how you're all progressing as well. That's what I miss the most, I think, is seeing that week to week progression from the moment that you started coming to class, or even just over, progression from an intermediate to the next level. I'm really missing that. So if any of you have got photos, by the way, or videos of yourselves doing any postures and you really fancy sharing with me, then please feel free to send them along with any questions that you might have. I'm always willing to answer those if I can. And also, I just love seeing you guys practice as well. So, if you feel comfortable sharing them, please do. But there's no pressure to do that. I understand that not everybody wants to share everything or their yoga practice. Okay, so we're just going to come to a seated position on our mats or our towels or whatever you're using this evening, and just bring your legs to cross in our Sukhasana, our easy pose. Don't worry if your knees are higher than your hips. You can always use a block or a textbook underneath your sit bones to elevate your hips slightly. And even if they don't come down towards the mat, even on a block, don't worry too much about that. That's something that might come with time. All our bodies are different, so just do whatever feels comfortable for you. If you want to sit with your legs out long, then please feel free to do that as well. This is your practice, so just make it as comfortable as possible. So I'm just going to invite you to, once you're comfortable, to close down your eyes and bring your palms to either face down on your knees, or you can turn your palms facing upwards with your index finger and your thumb in a mudra, just to invite some more energy into your practice this evening. If you're feeling a little bit like a bit of a midweek slump, then maybe, try and invite some more energy into your practice. Or if you just want to ground yourself slightly, then placing your hands on your knees with your palms facing down is fine too. So begin to relax the jaw and relax your face, allowing any tension across your forehead, around your jawline, just to disappear. Allowing your shoulders to fall and drop away from your ears. Allowing your spine to elongate and lengthen as you sit up tall with the crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling. You can bring your chin to your chest if this is more comfortable, or you can just sit with your gaze facing forwards, whatever it feels best for you. Allow yourself to settle on your mat, feeling the connection between your feet and the mat and maybe your knees or your sit bones. And just take a breath. Allow yourself to just be for a few moments, to collect your thoughts, to just be here, be present in this moment. Drawing your awareness and your focus, if you find it difficult to focus in this posture, bringing your focus to your third eye center. So this space between your eyebrows, the black space. And just imagine that there is nothing. Imagine the space is just filled with darkness. But not a bad darkness, not a sinister darkness, just a quiet stillness. As you begin to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, each inhale sending the breath to a different part of the body, allowing your breath to dissipate throughout each limb, and then releasing the breath and letting go of any tension, any anxiety, anything that no longer serves you this Wednesday. Drawing that focus inwards and your gaze inwards as you inhale, exhale. Inhale, send your breath into your abdomen and feel your belly rise, filling up with air. And then exhale, allow your navel to draw back towards your spine, releasing that last bit of breath. Before you inhale once more and allow the belly to refill with prana, vital life force that we sometimes forget to focus on. We sometimes forget that our breathing regulates a lot of things in our body and in our mind. When we focus on our breathing, when we allow ourselves to connect with our breath, enables us to think more clearly, to calm our body, to calm our minds. Helps us to reduce those feelings of worry or anxiety. Helps us to rest and to relax. Inhaling, filling the abdomen with air. Exhaling, allowing that navel to draw back towards the spine, releasing. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, release the breath. This time on your inhale, allow the breath to expand in the abdomen, but then send the breath up through the rib cage and the chest. Eventually allowing it to reach the shoulders, the collarbones, and the throat. And then release the breath the same way through your throat and shoulders, collarbones, chest, rib cage, and eventually the abdomen. allowing yourself to feel and experience each and every moment the breath is touching the different parts of your body as you inhale and exhale. Drawing that focus back to your third eye. Breathing in and allowing your mind to be still. If you have an Ujjayi breath in your practice, feel free to practice that now. This is a subtle contraction at the back of your neck, the back of your throat, sorry. Like an oceanic sound, an audible breath. Take one more round of this full yogic breath, activating into your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest. And then once you've exhaled that final piece, that final little bit of air from your belly, just gently dip your chin towards your chest and begin breathing in through your regular rhythm. Through your nose, out through your nose, coming back to a normal, what is normal for you, but just being aware of where you're sending that breath to and where it's coming from. Drawing your focus inwards once more and gently fluttering open your eyes, allowing yourself to become adjusted to the light in the room. And then we'll begin to work into the body. So bringing the hands out long, I want you to inhale and raise the hands above your head, palms might touch. And as you exhale, I want you to bring your left hand forward, your right hand behind you, and then twist to your right hand side, drawing your navel in as you exhale. And maybe your gaze comes over your right shoulder. Inhale, all the way back to center, hands rise, palms might touch. As you exhale, right hand comes in front, left hand comes behind, and you twist to the left. Gaze might come over the left finger as you take an inhale to lengthen through the spine, and exhale to twist maybe a little deeper as your navel draws back in towards the midline. Inhale, rise. Exhale, opposite side. Right hand comes behind, left hand in front. Twist once more. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release both hands. Keeping your right hand grounded, I want you to inhale and raise your left arm high. As you exhale, send your left hand over your head, peeling your left shoulder away and gazing up towards your left fingers. Inhale, rise. Exhale, plant your left hand as you inhale your right hand high. Exhaling, right fingers come over the head and you gaze up towards them as you peel your right shoulder away from you. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, raise both hands above your head. As you exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Remove the block from underneath your sit bones if you have one. And we're just going to come into Baddha Konasana, which is our bound angle pose. So bringing the soles of your feet to touch and allowing your knees to come out to the side. Pressing or gently guiding your knees down to the mat with your inner arms, your elbows. Don't worry if your knees don't come all the way down to the mat. This is perfectly normal, especially if you find it difficult or have tight hips and tight groin area. We hold a lot of emotion in our hips, so don't worry about it too much. Eventually, one day it might happen for you, or it might not. I've been trying to get my knees to fall to the floor for years, and they're still not going anywhere. So I don't feel it's something that you have to achieve. It's just nice to be able to open this part of the body, getting ready for our practice. So take a breath. And then gently guide the knees back in to meet each other. And we're going to move into Janu Shirshasana. I can never, ever pronounce it. So we bring our legs out long. We remove the flesh from underneath our, I was going to say butt then, but sit bones. And then we're just going to bring the right sole of our foot to the inside of the left thigh. Now, if your knee is lifted quite high, you can always use a cushion or a block or a textbook underneath your knee just to support the knee. Again, don't worry if it doesn't come down towards the mat. We're going to take an inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to stay with a straight spine and then just fold from the hips and hinge from the hips over your left leg, keeping your gaze towards your toes. Don't worry too much if you can't get your forehead to touch your shin. It doesn't matter so much. Eventually, this might happen, but the aim of this posture is just to feel a nice opening in the hips, to elongate the spine, and just to allow some flexibility, some lengthening. Take some breaths. Remove the block if you have one, and we're going to come into a little mini wild thing. So inhaling and raising your right hand. I want you to bring your right hand behind you. Inhaling, lifting your left hand, and then exhaling, pushing your hips up towards the ceiling, gazing towards your left fingers, and really just feeling the opening across the chest, through the hips, and through the openings in the frontal groin area. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, release. Coming all the way back up to sitting, and we're going to swap sides. Lengthen out your right leg and bring the sole of your left foot to touch the inside of your right thigh. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale to hinge and gently fold over your right leg. Again, you can prop your knee up if it's coming quite high. Once again, do not worry about not being able to get your chest to reach your thigh or your head to reach your shin. You want to avoid the rounding in the back so that you're not curling over so much. Gaze towards your toes. Inhale all the way back up. Remove your block if you have one. We're going to inhale, raise our left hand high, bring it behind us. Inhale, raise this right arm, and as you exhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling and gaze up towards your right fingertips. Really feeling the lengthening and opening in the frontal hip region. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale, release. Bringing your legs back out long. We're going to take an inhale, raise the hands high. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Hinging from your hips and coming over your legs. Gaze is towards your toes. Keep the integrity of the spine. Keep it straight. Take one breath. Inhale, creep the hands all the way back up to the top. And then we're just going to swivel over into our tabletop position. Hands shoulder width apart, spreading the fingers on the hands. Knees stacked underneath hips. Top to the feet, pressing down into the mat. As you inhale, arch your back, gaze comes up towards the ceiling, tailbone lengthens into your cow. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. Exhale, round your back, creating space as you gaze down towards your knees into your cat. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into your cow, lengthen that tailbone, arch the spine, draw the shoulders back as you
Exhale, rounding into the back, rounding into the shoulders, really pushing the mat away from you. Inhale back to center. Find some stability in your left palm and your left knee. As you inhale, we're going to lengthen our right leg, flex the right foot, and exhale, bring your knee to your nose, rounding your back, pushing the mat away. Inhale, lengthen your right leg out long. Maybe you bring your left arm out as well. As you exhale, maybe you draw your elbow towards your knee, rounding your back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, flexing your right foot. As you exhale, plant your hand and your knee down. Swap sides. Inhale, lengthen your left leg and flex your left foot. As you exhale, round your back, push the mat away, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe this time you reach that right arm forwards as well. As you exhale, rounding your back, bringing your elbow towards your knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, planting both hands and knees down on the floor. We're going to come into our child's pose. So bringing your knees to the outer edges of your mat, your big toes to touch, sinking your hips back down onto your heels, walking your hands out to the top of the mat and bringing your forehead down to touch and ground down onto the mat. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat, you can use a cushion or a block underneath your head, but allow your forehead to become grounded. Take a few breaths in your child's posture. Allow yourself to connect to your breath. If you want to set an intention for your class, then please feel free to do so now. If you've had a difficult day, maybe you just want to send yourself a little bit of love. Take one more breath. As you inhale, come all the way back into your tabletop. We're going to spread our fingers wide on our hands, making sure they're stacked underneath our shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes and we're going to move into our plank. As we inhale, rise. Push the heels towards the back of the room and bring the bum more or less in line with the shoulders. Slight rounding in the upper back. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, send your tailbone high. Lengthen your heels down towards the floor. Bring your chest towards your thighs and come into your downward facing dog. Now, if this is difficult and you feel like you're really struggling in your hamstrings, bend in your knees and then lengthen your tailbone towards the ceiling, as well as trying to draw your heels down towards the floor. But it does not matter if your heels don't touch the floor at this point. Please don't worry, and please don't think that that has to be the aim of this posture for you at the moment. It will come in time. Pedal your knees and your feet out. If this is your first downward facing dog of the day, maybe you've got tight hamstrings, maybe you just not moved much today. So give yourself a little bit of love in those legs. Lifting your heels one at a time, gazing towards your toes. External rotation in those upper arms. And then come to a place of stillness. As you take an inhale, exhale, just gently walk your hands back towards your feet and come into a shortened version of your downward facing dog. Now, your heels may touch the floor at this point, and you may still be able to elongate your tailbone up towards the floor. Don't worry if it doesn't. Just bend in your knees. Keep them bent. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your right hand to the outside of your left leg and gaze comes under your left armpit. Take a breath. Inhale, right hand comes back to your mat. As you exhale, bringing your left arm to the outside of your right ankle, your right shin or your right calf. Gaze comes under your right armpit. Take a breath. Inhale, planting your hands back down onto the mat, coming back into a high plank. Take an in breath As you exhale, lower down your knees, untuck your toes and bring your chest down to the floor into your Bhujangasana. As you exhale, low cobra, as you inhale, pressing through your feet and lifting your chest forwards. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale to your plank. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down through knees, chest and chin. Inhaling into your Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, send your tailbone high into your downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. On your next inhale, gently walking your hands back towards your feet, landing in your forward fold, your Uttanasana. So gentle bending your knees if you need to allow your chest to connect with your thighs. Drop your head, allow it to hang heavy, and allow your gaze to come in between your legs. Really ground down through your feet and try and elongate your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Take some breaths here. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, crown of your head reaches forwards. Exhale, fold, planting your left hand in front of your feet, bending and gently softening into your left leg as you straighten out your right leg. And inhale to rise onto your right hand side, drawing your navel in towards your spine, lifting your right hand into the air. Take an in breath. Exhale, lower your hand down. Inhale, raise that left arm high, stacking your shoulders on top of one another, bending into your right knee and straightening out your left leg, bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhaling to your halfway lift, flat back. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling, we're going to come into Utkatasana, chair pose, sinking your bottom back down towards the ceiling, lengthening that tailbone. Try and avoid the Beyonce bums. We don't want to be twerking here. So only Wednesday night, it's not Saturday in the club. So bending into your knees, gaze is coming down, gaze is forward, but make sure you can see your toes over your knees. Shift the weight back into your heels, lengthen that tailbone down and draw your belly button up and in, gaze forward. Biceps in line with your ears if that feels comfortable. Or they can be hands to heart center, wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center if they're not there already. We're going to twist to the right. Take an in breath. As you exhale, bring your left elbow towards your right thigh. Twisting your body around, gazing up towards the ceiling, drawing your right shoulder back. Making sure that left knee isn't tracking over your ankle. Shift your left hip back and your right hip forwards. Take an in breath. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Inhale, come all the way back to center. As we exhale, we're going to twist to the left, bringing our right elbow over our left thigh, gazing up towards the ceiling, pressing our palms together. Draw that right hip back and left hip forward slightly. Take an in breath. Exhale, coming all the way back to center. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing straight spine, hands come above your head. Exhale, Samastiti. Now come to the top of your mat. We're going to set up for a sun salutation A. So I'm aware once more that you can't really see me. All right. So big toes to touch, slither of air in between your heels. Ground down through all 4 corners of your feet. Allow yourself to become present in this moment. Engaging through those thighs, switching on the core, switching on the sides of your body. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, palms facing forwards. Breathing in, raise those hands high, palms might touch, gaze might follow. As you exhale, hinge at your hips and fold over your thighs, bringing your chest down. Gentle bending your knees, head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your high plank. Remember to keep that tailbone lifted, strong through the legs as you inhale. Exhale, lower your knees and tuck your toes. Bring your chest down onto the floor, keeping your elbows in at your rib cage. Gaze beyond your mat as you inhale to your Bhujangasana low cobra. Exhale, bend your knees. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Gaze towards your feet. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and walk or step to the top of your mat, landing in your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Breathing into your Ardha Uttanasana, your halfway lift. Remember the crown of that head should be reaching forwards. Exhale, fold, head hangs heavy. Inhale, straight spine, swan dive, all those arms up above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll repeat that and we're going to add some modifications. So bringing your hands to heart center if you wish, or to Tadasana. As we take an inhale to rise. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step back into your high plank once more. Tailbone lifted, shoulders stacked over wrists. Inhale here. If you have Chaturanga in your practice, feel free, but if not, come down through knees, chest and chin. So exhaling through Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling to up dog or cobra. Exhaling to your downward facing dog. Keep a soft, gentle bend in your knees if you need to. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg towards the ceiling, keeping those hips square. And as you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, rounding your back. Inhale, lengthen your right leg high. Exhale, right knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, lengthen your right leg high, flexing your right foot, squaring off your hips. Exhale, plant your foot back down, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Repeat on the left. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Square off your hips, keep your shoulders straight. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding in your back, bringing your knee forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen, flexing your left foot. As you exhale, release your leg back down to the floor. Take a breath. And inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and walk or step towards the top of your mat, landing in that Uttanasana once more. Nice, gentle bend in the knees if you need to. Spine is trying to remain straight as you fold your chest over your thighs. Breathing into your Uttanasana, your half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhaling this time to your Utkatasana, your chair pose. Sinking your hips and your tailbone back down towards the floor. Okay, drawing your navel in towards your spine. Take an in-breath. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale here. We're going to twist again. Exhale, left arm comes to right thigh. Gaze up towards ceiling. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. As you exhale, right elbow comes to left thigh. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Keeping that navel drawn in, keeping the tailbone lengthened towards the floor. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Hands come above your head. Exhale, Samasthiti. Well done. Take a drink if you need to. It should be nice and warm right now. So we're going to come into our Sun Salutation C with a couple of twists. What we've been setting up for. Big toes to touch so they're there in between your heels. Really draw those shoulders up, round and back, away from the ears. Take a moment to check back in with your intention if you set one. Check back in with your Ujjayi breath if you have that in your practice. Allow yourself to focus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge at your hips, coming down into your Uttanasana. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, step back with your right foot, coming into your high lunge as you inhale. Really grounding down through that foot, take an in breath. Exhale to lower. Drop your back knee, untuck your toe, and heel toe your left foot out to the side slightly so that both of your hands are in the inside of your left leg. You can either stay here if you like, or you can come into the next variation. We're going to plant our right hand here as we take an inhale and lift our left hand high. Twisting to the left, we're going to draw our belly button in and up as we make some space for our body to twist round, drawing that knee back in towards your body, drawing your left shoulder away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hand down. And then if you want to stay here, feel free. Or you can bring your forearms to the floor if you wish. Or you can come into a modification of a twisting monkey. We're going to take our left hand and place it on the inside of our left thigh, and then gently guide our left leg over to the side, rolling onto the outside of our left foot, and then twisting to our left to gaze up towards the ceiling. Now, this may be enough for you here, so feel free to stay here if you wish, really feeling the grounding and the rooting through your right hand. If you want to go a little further, then you can inhale to lift your right foot, keeping your left knee guided out towards the side. As you inhale, raise your left hand and exhaling to grab hold of your right foot. Really opening out into the chest and really feeling the lengthening and the opening in those hip flexors. Allow your shoulders to relax. Inhale, release. Exhale, plant your hands, heel toe your foot back in towards the midline, tuck your back toe, lift your leg and step back into your high plank. Take an in breath. Exhale through knees, chest, chin or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. As you inhale, lift your right leg high, squaring off your hips. And as you exhale, bring your right foot forwards, plant it between your hands. As you inhale to rise into your high lunge on this side. Take an in breath. Exhale, lower. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Uttanasana, forward fold, head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, straight spine all the way up to standing, hands come above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll go for the second side. Setting up in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Roll those shoulders back and down. Grounding down through your feet. Allowing yourself to become centered. Allowing the energy to rebound up through your feet and your toes. Take an in-breath, raise your hands high. Palms might touch, gaze might follow. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, hinge and fold at your hips. Coming down into your Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. As you exhale, plant your hands and step back with your left leg. As you inhale to rise into your high lunge on this side, take an in-breath. Exhale, coming down, planting your hands, dropping your back knee and untucking your toes. We're going to heel toe our right foot out to the side, bringing our hands on the inside of our right leg. Planting down through that left hand as we inhale to rise. Rise your right hand high, or you can just stay with your hands planted, really feeling the benefit on the inside of that right thigh. If you're in this position, make sure you're rolling and peeling your right shoulder away from your ear. Breathe. Inhale. Place the hand back on the floor, and we're going to move into our twisting monkey on this side. So bringing your right hand onto the inside of your right thigh, gently guide your right leg out to the side, rolling onto the outside of your right foot. And then feeling the twist on this side as you gently move your body over to the right. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Draw your right shoulder back. Exhale. If you want to go a little deeper, inhale to lift and raise your left foot. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Bring your right hand round to maybe connect with your left foot. As you push and lift your chest up towards the ceiling slightly more, feeling that really nice twist and opening in the hips and the chest. Inhale, slowly release, coming back down. Heel toe your foot all the way back to the center. Tuck your toes, lift your back foot and step into your plank. Take an in breath. Exhale through knees, chest, chin or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your left leg high. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose and plant your left foot at the front of the mat. Inhaling to rise into your high lunge on this side. Take an exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands. Step your right foot up to meet your left, landing in your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, surrender down, forward fold. Breathing in, letting that spine be straight as you come all the way up to standing. Exhaling, Samastiti, heat. All right, take another drink, guys. I'm going to move into a warrior flow. Setting up for a revolved extended triangle and a revolved half moon. So if you do want to use a block, then please feel free to bring a block to the front of your mat. You might need it for where we're going into, all right? So bring your big toes to touch with a slither of air in between your heels. Ground down through your feet. Engage through your thighs. Imagine you've got a block in between your thighs and you're trying to squeeze it together. Palms facing outwards. Relax and smile. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, flat back. As you exhale, step back. Pivot on your right foot and your left foot, and inhale into your Virabhadrasana 2. So your right knee, your right leg wants, excuse the squeaking on my mat. Your right knee wants to be bent. You want to be able to see your toes over your right knee. Your hips want to be falling wherever they fall, but you want to avoid falling forward like this. And check your alignment with your back foot so that your heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. Strong through this left leg. Press down and ground down through your little toe. Arms to shoulder height. Gaze is down your right middle finger. Check back in with your intention. Check back in with your breath. Relax your shoulders. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, raise those hands high, straighten out your front leg. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to inhale, reach forward. As we exhale, plant our right hand on our leg and lift our left arm into the air for our extended side angle. Peel your left shoulder away, drawing your right hip forwards. Keep breathing. Inhale to lengthen all the way back into Virabhadrasana 2. As we exhale, reverse that warrior. Gaze comes up towards your right fingers. Keep a bend in your right knee. Inhale to rise, warrior 2. Exhale here. We're going to come into a revolved side angle. All right, so we've just done this, our extended side angle. This time, we're going to revolve it. So, stepping in slightly with your stance, keeping your right knee bent. And then as we inhale, windmill the arms over, and maybe you want to pivot on your left foot, or you can leave it grounded, whichever variation you feel is comfortable for you, whichever intensity you want. So bringing that, if you're pivoting on your left foot, coming forward, we're going to take our left hand and place it on the outside of our right foot or in front of our right foot. Or if you feel like you want to keep it inside, then please feel free to leave it here. Drawing our belly button in and upwards. We're going to take an inhale to raise that right hand high. Woo. Don't worry if you wobble. Really grounding down through both feet, trying to keep the stability here. This is your revolved extended side angle. It's a really difficult posture if you're not used to balancing. Draw those shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower both hands down. Drop that back foot once more as we windmill back over into our Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Straighten your legs out. Bring your hands to your hips. Heel toe your back foot in slightly. We'll set up for our Trikonasana. Inhale. Arms come high. Exhale. Inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, bring your right hand down, lifting your left, gazing up towards your fingers. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Stack those shoulders on top of one another. Draw your right hip forwards. Inhale to rise. Exhale, plant your hands on your hips. We're going to revolve our half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Stepping in slightly with your left foot so that your left toes are pointing towards the left corner of your mat. If you want to use your block here, then please feel free. You can place it just beyond your mat or just on your mat, because we're going to bring our left hand down to meet it. I'm going to turn this way. All right. So keeping both legs straight, we're going to shift the weight gently into our right foot and our right leg. And as we do so, we're going to come down in a forward fold. So inhaling to raise our hands, exhaling to come forward, shifting that weight into our right leg, maybe grabbing hold of your block with your left hand as you lift and elongate your left leg into the air, keeping those hips squared and pointing down towards the floor. Now here might be as far as you want to go. If you want to come with me, then you can take an in-breath. And as you exhale, lift and lengthen your right hand to the ceiling. Don't worry if you wobble. Keeping your left foot flexed, that right hand's coming high, and you're stacking your shoulders on top of one another. Revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Your revolved half moon. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your hands. Remove your block. Step to the top of your mat with your left foot. Land in your forward fold. Take an inhale to rise into your Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Utthita Hasta Uttanasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. Well done. We'll repeat that on the left-hand side. All right. Take a drink if you need to. Coming into your Uttanasana, your mountain posture. Check back in with your breath. Check back in with your intention if you set one. Draw your focus and your gaze inwards. Remember your drishti, your focus point. Breathe in, raise those hands high. Surrender down over your thighs as you hinge your hips, coming into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back with your right foot. Rotate your right foot out, the outer edge of your right foot to the top of your mat. As you inhale, windmill over your arms, coming into your Virabhadrasana 2 on this side. Now, try and keep that knee in line with your big toe, making sure that your knee is tracking over your ankle. Widen your stance if this is more comfortable. And try and keep that torso straight, chest facing forwards. Gaze towards your fingers.
Eventually, your left leg may come parallel with the mat. Don't worry if it doesn't. Ground down through your right little finger, little toe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten out your front leg, raise your hands high. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, bring your left hand to your left thigh. Right hand comes above your head, extended side angle. Parasita Parsvakonasana. Gaze up towards your right fingertips. Inhale, come all the way back up to your Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale into your and reverse your warrior. Right arm comes down, left hand comes high. Inhale, all the way back to your Virabhadrasana 2. Take an exhale, we're going to revolve our extended side angle. So if you want to step your foot in slightly, keeping a bend in this left knee, we're going to inhale, windmill our arms down to the floor, and maybe you want to pivot on your right foot once more, or you can keep it in the warrior 2 position. Bring your right hand to the outer edge of your left foot, or just in front, or you can keep it at the side. We're going to take an in-breath to prepare. As you exhale, draw your navel up towards your spine to allow your body to shift and twist over to the left, keeping a bend in that left knee. Revolve the extended side angle. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale to come back round. As we inhale to wimble our arms back over into our Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten out those legs and set up for your Trikonasana. Heel toe your foot slightly inwards. Bring your hands and your arms to shoulder height. As you inhale, reach forwards. Send your right hip back. As you exhale, bring your hand down to your shin. Right arm goes high. Peel your right shoulder away from your ear. Gaze up towards your right fingers. Trikonasana. Straighten out those legs. Breathe. Inhale, coming all the way back up to rise. And we're going to set up for our evolved Ardha Chandrasana. So, bringing your right foot in slightly, pointing your right toes towards the right corner of your mat. I'm going to turn this way. We're going to keep our legs straight. We're going to inhale, raise those hands and those arms. We're going to come folding and hinging at our hips, shifting the weight into our left foot, planting our right hand on the block, or it can come to the floor wherever you feel comfortable. As you inhale to lift your right leg high, squaring off those hips, strong through the left leg. If you want to stay here, feel free to stay here. If you want to come into the full posture, take an in-breath to prepare. Exhale, revolve your half moon. Bring your left arm and stack it on top, your left shoulder and stack it on top of your right. Gaze might eventually come up towards your left fingers as you keep that right foot flexed. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands. Bring your right foot to meet your left, landing in your Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing, hands come above your head. Exhale, Samastiti. Well done, guys. Good effort. Take a drink. We're going to move down onto the floor, and we're going to do it through an Utkatasana variation. So coming into our Tadasana, mountain posture once more. Take a couple of breaths, maybe close your eyes down. Allow yourself to appreciate the energy, the fire that you've built in your belly throughout this practice, the tapas, the discipline you've allowed yourself to commit to. Inhale, raise those hands high. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, sink
your bottom and your tailbone back towards the floor. As you exhale, raise those hands high into your Utkatasana, your chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to twist once more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to twist to the right. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Exhale to twist to the left. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Exhale back to center. Take an in-breath. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten out those legs. Tailbone reaches towards the ceiling. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, step back in towards your plank. Take an in-breath. Exhale, lower down through knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana as slowly as you want to, bringing your body all the way down onto the floor. Uncurling your toes and then bringing your arms out long with your gaze facing forwards. We're just going to do a couple of twists on this side. So bring your right arm underneath, almost underneath your head. And then we're going to bring our left leg, roll slightly onto our right hip, and bring our left leg behind us, planting the sole of our foot. We're going to inhale and reach that left arm high. So we exhale, push the hips high, gaze up towards the left fingers into a modified plank. Exhale, lower down. We're going to repeat on the other side, bringing that left leg back round, bringing your left arm underneath our chest almost. Then bring your right foot down, planting the sole of the right foot. Inhaling to lift that right arm high. Exhale, pushing the hips high, elongating and shining the hips up towards the ceiling. Coming into a modified plank on this side. Exhale, lower. And then just placing our hands underneath our head. Rocking our hips back and forward, side to side. And then we're just going to turn over onto our backs in the most graceful or ungraceful way that you want to do it. And we're going to come into some twists, some reclined twists, bringing your right knee in towards your chest and giving it a bit of a hug. You're going to bend your left leg, plant the sole of your left foot on the floor, and then place your right foot over your left. Taking a moment here in this figure of four. If you wish, you can extend and guide your right foot down to the side, planting the sole of your right foot on the floor and keeping your right knee lifted and gazing over your right fingers. So you're really feeling the benefits of the twist in this side, but you're keeping those hips open as well. Inhaling, coming back to center, releasing your right leg, letting it go long. And then inhaling, bringing your left knee towards your chest. Take a breath. And then bringing your right foot and bending your right knee, placing your left foot across your right thigh, feeling the nice opening in the hip on the left-hand side. Stay here if you wish, or you can bring the sole of your left foot down onto the floor and then gaze over your left shoulder, allowing this opening in the front groin here to stay active all the while twisting into the sides of the body. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, releasing both feet. And then drawing your knees all the way into your chest, giving yourself a hug, maybe rocking from side to side. And then taking your right arm out long. And then guiding both of your knees over to your left-hand side. Gaze comes over your right shoulder. Try and keep your right shoulder grounded into the mat. Inhaling back to center. And then guiding your legs over to the right-hand side. Gaze comes down your left arm. Inhaling back to center. Give yourself another big hug. If you want to come into happy baby, as I always say, come into happy baby now. So you can bring your hands to the insides or the outsides of the soles of your feet, allowing the soles of your feet to point up towards the ceiling, drawing the bottom of your spine onto the mat so that the whole back of your body lengthens out onto your mat. Allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears and allow your knees to come closer to your chest. Maybe you want to rock from side to side, or maybe you just want to enjoy the stillness in this posture. And then whenever you're ready, just release your legs all the way down to the bottom of the mat. If you want to come into Supta Baddha Konasana here, you can. So bring the soles of your feet together and allowing your knees to hang out to the sides. Hands can be on your hips, just for an active resting posture if this is comfortable. Or you can bring your knees bent and place the soles of your feet on the mat. Just allowing yourself to feel the benefits of your practice. And then if you want to stay in either of those postures, then please feel free, closing down your eyes or bringing your feet to either corner of your mat, allowing your ankles to flop out to the sides, bringing your arms down by your sides, your palms facing upwards. Just allowing your shoulders to draw down away from your ears. Allowing your whole body to melt into the mat. Letting your feet, the backs of your calves, backs of your thighs, allowing your torso to melt away, grounding into the mat as the heat from your practice, the energy from your practice resonates throughout your whole body. Relax into your Shavasana, your corpse pose, allowing your breathing to slow down, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your forehead, maybe bringing your gaze once more back towards the space in between your eyebrows, your third eye center. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go through your mouth. Draw your chin towards your chest slightly to elongate the back of your neck. Shavasana.
Slowly and gently just bringing your awareness back to your body, back to your breath. If you feel like you want to stay in Shavasana a little bit longer, then please feel free. This is your practice. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release it through your mouth. Allow yourself to become present on your mat once more, making some gentle movements in your fingers, allowing your toes to wriggle and allowing your ankles and your wrists to make some gentle movement. If it feels comfortable for you, you can give yourself a full body stretch. And if you wish, bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a really big hug. Show yourself some love and some gratitude for turning up on your mat, for practicing, for creating that fire in your belly. And rolling over onto your right hand side. Allowing yourself to just rest in this fetus position before we move and make our way up to a seated position of rebirth. Allowing everything that's gone before us to pass. Opening our hearts and our minds and our bodies to what lies ahead. Keeping your gaze soft and your eyes closed. Bring your chin in towards your chest and bring your palms to rest at your heart center. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go through your mouth. One more time to seal the practice. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, release. Bringing your thumbs to rest on your lips. May the words that you speak be kind and gentle. Bringing your thumbs to rest between your eyebrows, your third eye center. May your thoughts be pure and true. And bringing your thumbs once more to rest against your heart. May you be filled with love and honesty. And may you send that love out to whoever needs it at this point in time. Thank you again for practicing with me. Have a great week, a great rest of your evening. Namaste. Thanks once again, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. Can't wait to get back to teaching you regularly, normally, in real life. Probably feel a bit weird once we get back to teaching a normal class, but it'll be good. So yeah, feel free to send me a message or send me any photos or pictures or videos of you practicing, any questions that you might have about any of the postures or anything that you'd like to see going forward in any of our sequences, anything that you're a little bit unsure about, then let me know. All right, thanks very much and have a great night. Bye.